All right, so if you want something a little bit bigger, a little more powerful than your netbook, you're going to love this Acer Aspire 1410. I'm going to show it to you in just seconds. All right, so what you're looking at today is the Acer Aspire 1410, and this is a sweet little device, I'll call it, because it's unsure whether it's a netbook or a laptop. It's kind of right in the middle, and it's kind of blurring the line. And if you're kind of tired of netbook performance, but you kind of love the portability of it and the basic idea, you're going to love this thing, because this gives you kind of the performance of a general laptop, kind of like an older laptop that's still pretty decent for surfing the web and looking at videos. It's not quite as slow as an Atom, which is like a really old laptop that you can't really do everything you want to do on it, but it gives you the size of almost a netbook, and it's just a slightly bit bigger, and that's a big, big plus. Now, here's what makes this thing really cool. Number one is the CPU. It's a little bit faster. Number two is the graphics and the resolution, which means you can do HD video on the screen, and it has the horsepower inside graphically to actually produce and render a 1080p file out to a TV or 720p to this display. And then the final really, really impressive thing about this laptop is its battery life. It has an incredibly big battery, and it will go for hours and hours and hours just on a single charge. So it's almost all day computing. Now, I've used this in the past, and I've done different configurations of this same 1410 timeline. I've done reviews, and when I played with it the day before, it just literally would go all day, maybe like 6 hours, 7 hours on one battery charge if you're not using it too much, and it'll easily go 5-6 hours if you're just cranking away at it. So very cool. Now let's talk about the second thing I mentioned, which was the display. This is a very interesting display, and I like it a lot. Now, first of all, you're used to seeing a 10.1-inch display on a netbook. Those are 1024 by 600 lines of resolution. Very poor. Barely will do a 720p, or it won't do a 720p actually, because you're at 600. 720p is 720, you're not there. Now this is different. This is a 1366 by 768 line of resolution display. So that means it will do a 720p file natively, and it gives you a little bit more resolution, so when you're doing your desktop, you have a little more space to multitask. If you want to have a couple windows open, you can. It's also slightly larger at 11.6 inches. Now you're thinking from 10.2 to 11.6 is not a big deal. I'll tell you what, it makes all the difference in the world. It's so convenient to have the slightly larger display. It looks really nice if you're going to watch an HD movie, stuff on YouTube, pictures and videos. It's just so much nicer to have this full screen. Plus, it looks more like a real laptop because there's not that massive bezel that netbooks have, which is, I've always found to be kind of ugly. Just like a big bezel and then a little tiny screen there. It looks ugly. This looks really, really sweet. Now, this thing is extremely portable. As you can see here on the profile shot, very, very, very slim. It's under an inch thick at its thickest point, and that makes it very slim, very easy to carry around. It's very light, and the battery, although it's big, does not really give it away. It's just right over here. It's barely larger. Barely protrudes from the bottom of this, so it's very nice, very thin, and it's very nice that this thing is extremely fully featured and comes with the HDMI port and the graphics horsepower underneath it to actually produce and render a 1080p image and shoot it out to a television. Now, let's talk a little bit about the internals on this thing, because it is pretty potent. It's got an Intel Celeron 743, which is actually part of Intel's ULV, or ultra low voltage line. Means that you do get the power of a older single core. You're not stuck on an Atom. It will do the most important part. The most important question when it comes to these little netbooks or laptops is, will it do an HD YouTube video full screen? And the answer is yes, it will. It definitely will, and it works really great at doing just that. It also comes with 2 gigabytes of memory and a 250 gigabyte SATA hard drive, so you get plenty of storage space, plenty of memory to run your operating system, which, by the way, is pretty awesome. Windows 7 64-bit Home Premium Edition, so basically the latest and greatest that's out there right now. You will get all the awesome features, and you are going to get some accelerated performance by running Windows 7 versus Windows Vista or Windows XP. It actually seems to run just so much smoother with Windows 7, especially on low power units like this one. So very, very good features. Now let me take you for a quick tour. All right, now starting from over here, this is your D-sub 15-pin VGA port. You want to hook it up to an external monitor, you can do that, and it will definitely go higher than the native resolution of the screen. You do have a power outlet there, fan louver. This is the all-famous HDMI port, which will transfer audio out through there as well. It's very important to know that. A USB 2.0 port right there. Over here in the front, you have indicator lights for, let's see, what's that? This is power, battery, Bluetooth, and Wi-Fi. Now, it's important to note this thing does not have Bluetooth. It has a Bluetooth on-off switch down here, but there is no Bluetooth module inside. This is your on-off for your Wi-Fi. Your very nice trackpad right here. Very sweet. It is basically a multi-touch trackpad. You can scroll on the sides and you can pinch to zoom and that kind of deal. It does not have two-finger scrolling, which is unfortunate, but that's something that pretty much nothing else has right now on the market. Very few laptops have, so not a big deal. Works really good. Love the trackpad. Moving down over here, nothing really around this edge until you come to this side. Then you do get your multi-card reader. We'll do your Sony sticks and your SDs and your XDs and all that good stuff. You have input and output for your headset and your microphone. Also, this output for your headset is also an SP diff. So multi-channel audio can go through there. You have two USB 2.0 ports, a Kensington lock, and then finally in the back here your 10100-1000 Ethernet port. It's also important to note that as far as connectivity goes, this also does support NDRAF wireless, so you do have the highest spec for wireless, 300 megabyte per second, multiple out, so very fast. If you have an NDRAF router at home, that means you can stream HD stuff to this thing, and it will play the HD stuff, which is even more impressive. So really nice netbook / laptop, whatever you want to call it. It's 11.6 inches. It's light. It's small. It's thin. It does have a webcam up here at the top. It's got everything you could possibly need. Oh, and my favorite part, incredible keyboard. I can't believe I almost skipped one of my favorite parts about this thing. Just zoom in real quick. I kind of want to show them how awesome it is. It's just it's a really nice keyboard. It's pretty much full size, and they somehow fit a full-size keyboard in there. I don't know how, but very nice. I like the fact that it's all flat keys, and I can definitely type away like a madman on this, no problem, easily over 60 words per minute. So very nice laptop. Again, it's the Acer Aspire 1410. It is the smallest member of their Timeline series, which is really cool. So very nice. And then the fact that it comes with Windows 7 is a big bonus. So good stuff. If you have any questions on it, feel free to email me, and I'll see you guys next time. For more information on the Acer Aspire 1410, go to com.pewter.tv and type in Acer 1410. For Computer TV, I'm Albert.